Solid contact, and Commander, enjoy your visit. Detach is good. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
This station operates at 0
Attention, Commander. Collisions will not be tolerated. Slow down. All clear. Hope to see you again, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Alpha Lima Delta. This is Federal Flight Control. Submit to random security scans on your approach. Okay, Commander. Proceed to landing pad 17. Assisted docking initiated. reports of heavy traffic within the area. Maintain safe clearance distance.
Scan detected.
meters from touchdown.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking completed. Ground crew have been dispatched.
Avoid unnecessary destruction.
Landing gear retracted.
Docking clamps retracted. Depart when ready, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
All clear. Take care, Commander.
Four, three, two, one. Orbital flight engaged.
Lima Delta. Federal Flight Control Channel open. Be aware, weapon fire restrictions are in operation at this terrestrial facility. You are clear for approach to pad 02. Automated docking assist is now in progress.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
Landing successful. Systems offline. Ship detach complete. Climb to exit altitude when ready. Caution. Maintain safe separation. Clear of port confines. Safe travels, Commander.
Charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Week in Review. Here are this week's major stories. Admiral George Varma of the Alliance Council of Admirals has been arrested by the task force investigating terrorist organization the League of Reparation. Admiral Varma stands accused of redirecting cargo shipments from the Alliance Defense Force to terrorist cells. It is thought that Varma is the organization's coordinator, operating under the alias Nexus. The Church of Eternal Void has declared war on the so-called Far God cult, which worships the Thargoids. The announcement has prompted a dramatic upswing in support for the Church, but security forces have issued reminders that the Far God sect is recognized as a religion, and that any hostility against its members would be considered a criminal act. A date has been set for the wedding of Princess Aisling Duval and Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester. Senator Zemina Torval remains a vocal critic of the marriage, but former federal President Jasmina Halsey has expressed enthusiasm for the union. In other news, an appeal has been launched to find the owner of a lottery ticket worth 1 billion credits. The annual Galactic Jackpot is by far the most popular lottery game, but on this occasion the winner has yet to make a claim. Purchase of the winning ticket has been confirmed, but no data is available as to who bought the ticket or when. Cobra Wing, an independent organization based in Ybor, has launched an initiative to build a new research outpost in the system. The outpost will support further research into the Thargoids, focusing specifically on the possibility of interspecies communication. Finally, Didiomandja Emperor's Grace has announced that its initiative has reached a successful conclusion. Large quantities of exotic food and drink, and mined resources, were delivered to Leidenfrost Dock over the past week, allowing the organization to host a sumptuous banquet and construct a monument in honor of Admiral Myra Tiverion. And those are the main stories this week. Details of Aisling Duval's wedding announced. The wedding of Princess Aisling Duval and Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester is now in the advanced planning stages, and a date has been confirmed for the ceremony. An official proclamation was printed in both the Federal Times and the Imperial Herald. Her Imperial Highness Princess Aisling Duval and the Honorable Ambassador Jordan Rochester are pleased to announce the occasion of their wedding on Saturday 25th of August 3304 at the Imperial Palace on Emerald in the CMS system. Invitations have been extended to representatives of every strata of society. An honor guard of vessels from both the Federal Navy and the Imperial Navy will together in celebration of their union. There has been criticism of Princess Duval's choice of husband, with some Imperial citizens voicing dismay at the forthcoming nuptials. Senator Zemina Torval continued to publicly air her disapproval. This is nothing but a PR exercise, designed purely for political and financial gain. The princess should not be undermining the Empire's policies for her own personal benefit. But there is equal support for what many consider a genuine romance. Former Federal President Jasmina Halsey, now acting as an advisor to the Alliance, stated, "I am very enthusiastic about the opportunities for peace that this marriage will bring. This relationship symbolizes a new era of amity that will benefit all of humanity." Search for lottery winner. An appeal has been launched to find the owner of a lottery ticket worth 1 billion credits. The Federal Grand Lottery is the largest of its kind, regularly handing out millions of credits. The Grand Lottery also funds a wide range of social and infrastructure projects in Federation systems. The annual Galactic Jackpot is by far the most popular lottery game, but on this occasion the winner has yet to make a claim. Purchase of the winning ticket has been confirmed, but no data is available as to who bought the ticket or when. Tori Theopolis, a spokesperson for the Federal Grand Lottery, told the media, "Someone out there is rich beyond his or her wildest dreams, they just don't know it yet. We're keen to find this lucky individual so we can hand over their winnings. We ask all citizens to check with any lottery players they know. Your soon-to-be billionaire friend or relative might be very grateful for your help." This initiative has reached a successful conclusion. Large quantities of exotic food and drink, and mined resources, were delivered to Leidenfrost Dock over the past week, allowing the organization to host a sumptuous banquet and construct a monument in honor of Admiral Myra Tiverion. A spokesperson for the Didiomandja Emperor's Grace Academy released the following statement. "That was a banquet fit for an emperor. The food was sumptuous, the drink exquisite, and the revelry went on well into the early hours. I am certain Admiral Tiverion would have approved." Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from Leidenfrost Dock, in the Didiomandja system. Ybor Research Outpost. Cobra Wing, an independent organization based in Ybor, has launched an initiative to build a new research outpost in the system. The outpost will support further research into the Thargoids, focusing specifically on the possibility of interspecies communication. A spokesperson for Cobra Wing gave the following statement. "Without communication, there can be no understanding. Without understanding, there can be no peace. We ask the galactic community to support this campaign, which will support new research into the Thargoids and their methods of communication. In support of this goal, Cobra Wing has placed an open order for various commodities, and has promised to reward pilots who deliver these commodities to Morris Enterprise in the Ybor system. The organization has also placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, to ensure that those contributing commodities to the campaign can do so safely. The campaign begins on the 12th July 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. Alliance Admiral detained. A member of the Alliance Council of Admirals has been arrested by the task force investigating terrorist organization the League of Reparation. Admiral George Varma was confronted by Captain Liam Sutonia and Senior Agent Tanya Ramirez during a meeting of Admiralty staff at the Donaldson Starport in Ilioth. Despite protests, he was placed under arrest and escorted to a secure facility. Captain Sutonia gave a brief statement to the media. "We have been trying to determine how the League of Reparation gained access to military-issue weapons, equipment and encryption. We now have evidence that Admiral Varma was secretly redirecting cargo shipments from the Alliance Defense Force to terrorist cells. It's highly likely that Varma is Nexus, the organization's coordinator, and we are proceeding on that assumption." The arrest has created diplomatic ripples, with federal and imperial ambassadors being summoned before the Alliance Assembly. Council member Jed Traeger told the Alliance Tribune, "For agents of the Federal Intelligence Agency and Imperial Internal Security Service to abduct an Alliance Admiral is an egregious transgression. They will not get away with this." The Council of Admirals has called for an independent inquiry to verify the accusations levied at Admiral Varma. Prime Minister Edmund Mahone made a public statement. "This has come as a great shock, but the body of evidence against Admiral Varma is considerable. I am confident that the trial will be fair, and that our own representative within the Tri-Superpower Task Force will ensure that justice is done." Deputy Inspector Klatt was unavailable for comment. Starport Status Update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. The following starports are currently closed. Delay Survey, Ahamaka. Hurston Platform, Yamahan. Malfast Terminal, Pleiades Sector, HRW, D141. Mitchell Ring, Carnaweg. Newman Camp, Shinrata Desra. Norgay Hub, Obanbori. Meanwhile, the following starports are on the brink of closure. Alexandria Dock, Tishanab. Antonia de Andrade Enterprise, Ratemir. Bernal Station, Seoul. Dix Terminal, Cheka. Hutton Orbital, Alpha Centauri. New Home Station, Sothis. Oleari Vision, Saigon. Reab Enterprise, Tashika. Sharon Lee Free Market, Aurea. Fringe Religion condemns Far God Cult. The Church of Eternal Void has denounced the so-called Far God Cult, which worships the Thargoids. A spokesperson identified as Cardinal Hieronymus made this statement. "As disciples of the Guardians, we hereby declare war on those who have sold their souls to the Thargoids demons. We vow to expunge their poisonous creed and purge them from the galaxy." Since this statement was made, the Church has seen a dramatic upswing in support from local communities. Juanita Bishop, who has been campaigning against the Far God sect, commented, "It's about time somebody did something. The public need to get behind the Church and help them get these alien lovers off our streets." Security forces in many systems have issued reminders that the Far God sect is legally recognized as a religion, and that any hostility against its members will be considered a criminal act. Dr. Alfred Ulyanov, a leading exotheologian, discussed the situation on the Rewired news feed. A number of doomsayer cults have emerged recently, including Homo Terminus, Nova Imperium, and the Order of Extinction. But of all those I've studied, the Church of Eternal Void differs in one key respect: it offers hope. They claim that the veneration of the Guardians will prevent Thargoid Armageddon, which is probably why they're the most popular, being based on a classic binary theology of good versus evil. It's apparent that the Church is taking advantage of animosity towards the Far God sect to promote itself. The idea of Thargoid spies in human form, although baseless, has caused much anxiety. By declaring the cult a holy adversary, the Church validates its own existence. Week in Review. Here are this week's major stories. A series of successful operations against the League of Reparation has led to much of the terrorist group being dismantled. But while the group has been dealt a severe blow, agents have yet to identify the organization's coordinator, Nexus. Meanwhile, an independent report suggests that a French Thargoid worshipping cult may in fact be harboring undercover Thargoid agents. A leading exotheologian responded by saying that he did not believe the group to be a threat, despite its unsettling beliefs. Political journalist Cassia Carvalho has compiled a profile on Jordan Rochester, fiancé of Princess Aisling Duval, for the Imperial Herald. The article documents Rochester's family history, and raises the question of how he will balance being both a federal statesman and an imperial consort. In other news, celebrated author Rolav Redcourt has begun a promotional tour that will take him to over 50 destinations throughout the core systems. The tour will support Redcourt's new novel, Corsair King and the Storm of Desire, the 14th in a series of swashbuckling historical romances set in the 27th century. Didier Mancher Emperor's Grace has completed work on the Tiverion Academy, a flight school for Imperial Naval Cadets, and is hosting an inaugural banquet to mark the event. The organization has placed an open order for exotic food and drinks to be served at the celebratory banquet, and issued an appeal for mined resources, which will be used to construct a statue of Admiral Myra Tiverion. Finally, the campaign to supply a scientific project in Colonia has now concluded, and construction of a resource management center has begun. Hundreds of independent pilots made the journey to deliver commodities to TIA Technology Services in the TIA system. And those are the main stories this week. A profile of Jordan Rochester. Responding to public interest in Princess Aisling Duval's fiancé, Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester, political journalist Cassia Carvalho has compiled a profile for the Imperial Herald. Jordan Rochester is now a household name throughout the Empire, though few were aware of him prior to his engagement to Princess Duval. But in the Federation, the Rochesters have been associated with success for over 200 years. The Rochester name can be traced back to self-made tycoon Apollo Rochester, who was the biggest landowner on Biggs Colony and the Altair system. Each generation since has strived for fame and wealth, and the expression "as rich as a Rochester" has become common parlance. The family matriarch is Isolde Rochester. She is a member of Congress, an influential figure in the Liberal Party and a staunch supporter of Shadow President Felicia Winters. Isolde raised 5 children, including Jordan, and it was her accomplishments that inspired her son to enter politics. Jordan's siblings chose different paths. The eldest, Jupiter Rochester, is an executive with Core Dynamics, with a personal fortune in the billions. 15 years ago he had his own celebrity marriage, to actor Thomas Turai. They now have 2 teenage children, daughter Carly, and son Kalen. Jordan's sisters, Juno and Jocasta, have impressive Navy careers, holding the ranks of Vice Admiral and Post Captain respectively. Only Jordan's younger brother, Jonah, has no title. He is believed to be the black sheep of the family. Despite being just 34, Jordan has already made his mark. He has overseen several high-level negotiations on behalf of the Federal Diplomatic Corps, and is now a trusted envoy, noted for his charm and tact. His future will be interesting, to say the least. How will he balance being both a federal statesman and an imperial consort? And what are the wider ramifications of the Rochester dynasty aligning with the House of Duval? Even more so than his predecessors, Jordan Rochester has already ensured that history will remember his family's name. The Didier Mancher Emperor's Grace Academy inauguration. The Didier Mancher Emperor's Grace has completed work on the Tiverion Academy, a flight school for Imperial Naval Cadets. The organization is hosting an inaugural banquet to mark the event, and to honor the late Admiral Myra Tiverion, the organization's founding member, who will have a monument erected at the site. A spokesperson for the Didier Mancher Emperor's Grace released the following statement. The Tiverion Academy will provide new recruits with cutting-edge training facilities. To host a fitting banquet for its inauguration, we require help in sourcing a range of exotic food and drink. We also require a quantity of gold to make the monument raised in the Admiral's memory a truly spectacular tribute. The campaign begins on the 5th of July 3304, and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. Colonia campaign concludes. The campaign to supply a scientific project in Colonia has now concluded, and construction of a resource management center has begun. Hundreds of independent pilots made the journey to deliver commodities to TIA Technology Services in the TIA system. Professor Alexei de la Vega, in charge of the research project, made this statement. With the construction of a research center, we will be able to monitor population spikes and manage resource allocation throughout the region. Pilots who contributed to the project can now collect their rewards from Boldens Enterprise in the tier system. Starport status update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. The following starports are currently closed: Aran Dock, HIP 17838. Gary Gateway, Tsheka. Gentle Survey, Jolagro. Gordon City, Anyagori. Meanwhile, the following starports are on the brink of closure: Hurston Platform, Yamahan. Malfast Terminal, Pleiades Sector, HR, W, D141. Newman Camp, Shinrata Desra. Mitchell Ring, Karnaweg. Delay Survey, Ahameka. Cube Mugdal Enterprise, Kakas. Norgay Hub, Obambori. A Thargoid fifth column? Amid growing public mistrust of a fringe sect that worships the Thargoids, a report suggests that the group's members may be undercover Thargoid agents. Independent journalist Flint Firemaker Lafosse shared his theories via the Rewired news feed. I'm sure you're all just as creeped out as I am by those hooded monks and their stinking hive chapels. Granted, being creepy isn't a crime, and I'm as live and let live as the next man. But isn't it strange that this cult is rising just as the Thargoids return in force? The idea of humans working on behalf of aliens might sound crazy, but think about it. All those escape pods captured by Thargoid ships, what did they want them for? After a bit of brainwashing, they'd make perfect spies, sent back to infiltrate humanity using this religion as a cover. What scares me is that these freaks don't communicate. They just lurk in the dark, waiting. Why are they so mysterious? What's going on in those chapels? For all we know, they're seeding our planets with barnacles and eggs, right under our noses. Leading exotheologian Dr. Alfred Alyanov responded with this comment: I can categorically answer one point. The reason the Thargoid worshippers are not interested in communicating is that, from their point of view, we will all be dead soon. As for the rest of this speculation, nothing in my studies has caused me to suspect this group to be a threat, despite its unsettling beliefs. Major victories against the League of Reparation. A series of successful operations against the League of Reparation has led to much of the terrorist group being dismantled. Captain Niam Sutonia, a member of the Tri-Superpower Task Force investigating the League, released this statement. Over the last few days, Senior Agent Ramirez and I have led multiple raids against the League of Reparation. We interdicted several of
Orbital flight engaged.
ships and located many outposts concealed within Imperial and Federal systems. The key to these victories was the decryption of their communications network. Despite meeting fierce resistance, our security forces arrested or eliminated dozens of League members. In some cases, we acted just in time to prevent further murderous acts against those descended from members of the INRA. We believe the League has been dealt a fatal blow, but we are still investigating how they gained access to top-level comms encryption and other restricted equipment, which suggests support from influential individuals. Furthermore, we have yet to identify Nexus, the organization's coordinator. We have many fresh leads, however, and expect further results soon. Milo Vespa, an editor for the Alliance Tribune, published this opinion piece. This may be great news for some, but what about our citizens? The task force should be hunting down these animals in the Alliance. We know they're here, what with Admiral Buchanan at Lathe and the trap they set for Chief Inspector Kilbride, whose bravery we will never forget. Why isn't a replacement out there on raids too? Deputy Inspector Klatt was unavailable for comment. Author begins interstellar book tour. Celebrated author, Olav Redcourt, has begun a promotional tour, visiting over 50 destinations throughout the core systems. His new novel, Corsair King and the Storm of Desire, is the 14th in a series of swashbuckling historical romances set in the 27th century. A press release from Bone Spire Publishing stated, "After many months of waiting, The next book in Olav Redcourt's pulse-pounding series is at last on sale. To mark the occasion, we have...
Icon Alpha Lima Delta. This is Federal Flight Control. Request docking if you wish to land at this terrestrial facility.
Organized an epic tour so that loyal readers can meet the creator of the Corsair King, Lady Lastday, Rufkiss, and all their other favorite characters.
Landing permission granted. Vectoring for approach to landing pad 07. Automated
The
docking
tour will begin in
assist
the
is now in
Batroc
progress.
system and conclude 2 months later in Procyon. As with all releases from Bonespire Publishing, readers will be able to customize the holo novel to enhance their reading pleasure. Our easy-to-use controls allow the reader to revise narrative structure, vocabulary and characterization, and the plot line will have multiple option points, enabling you to determine an ending that meets your tastes. An independent reporter approached Mr. Redcourt as he was boarding a passenger liner, but was only able to record a few short statements. These included, bounced across space like a damn human pinball, and nothing but meat for the sausage factory. The author's agent, Margot Hist, told the media. I
Landing gear deployed.
wouldn't pay much attention to that. Olav was probably just thinking aloud while developing
Scan detected.
a new character. Week in review. Here are this week's major stories. Chief Inspector Kay Kilbride has been murdered by terrorist organization the League of Reparation. The incident took place in the city of New Rossif on Turnus World. In the wake of Inspector
Contact. Ship secured.
Kilbride's death, Alliance Interpol has assigned Deputy Inspector Mara Klatt to assume the role of Task Force Liaison. There has been a range of reactions to news that Princess Aisling Duval and Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester are to marry. A congratulatory message was sent from the Imperial Palace, but there was no comment from Emperor Arissa Lavigny Duval. Senator Zemina Torval was frank in her disapproval, while Senator Caspian Leopold, who was rumored to be courting Aisling Duval, was more supportive. Aegis has announced that it will allow technology brokers to reduce their requirements for items, in order to increase overall combat effectiveness against the Thargoids. A spokesperson for Aegis said the galactic community had worked hard to oppose the Thargoids, and that Aegis would therefore make it easier for independent pilots to obtain advanced weaponry and hardware. Meanwhile, an emergency report from Aegis has confirmed that the Thargoids have launched a large-scale assault on the Degiat system. The organization has called on all members of the galactic community for assistance in defending the system, which is home to the Garate Terminal starport. A fringe religion that worships the Thargoids has become the target of hostility, with large numbers of civilian protesters reacting.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing coupling
The
is
sect's
engaged.
openly
Climb to exit
pro-Thargoid
altitude.
stance. Authorities have responded with assurances that the sect's members are harmless, and that criminal acts against them may result in prosecution. In other news, scientists in Colonia have announced plans to build an outpost to monitor the region's population and resources. Professor Alexei de la Vega, who is heading the project, said the proposed outpost would focus on ensuring that the ever-expanding region would have sufficient resources in the long term. Finally, an operation to support construction of an Aegis military facility in the Pleiades Nebula has reached a successful conclusion. Hundreds of pilots supported the initiative by delivering mined resources to the Oracle, and by protecting traders in the system. And those are the main stories this week. Thargoid worshipping cult garners hostility. Public reaction to a fringe religion that worships the Thargoids is one of mistrust and hostility, according to security reports. The nameless cult believes in the coming of the so-called Far God, and the subsequent extinction of all humanity.
Way ahead is clear. FFC out.
Bar themselves. Their hive chapels, inspired by Thargoid design, have sprung up
Frameshift drive charging.
several independent worlds and in a few federated.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And Alliance systems. Security forces in these locations have made numerous arrests for misdemeanors directed at the sect. These include graffiti, property damage, verbal abuse and physical assault. There are no recorded cases of worshippers retaliating, defending themselves or seeking assistance. Juanita Bishop, who runs a vocal citizen protection campaign, claims she is warning the public about a genuine danger. If these Thargoid lovers don't want to be human anymore, They shouldn't be allowed to live among other humans. Our governments should pack these foul-smelling freaks into ships and send them off to join the aliens they love so much. And if they don't, it's up to us to stop them. Do you really want these degenerates to creep into your home at night and do obscene alien things to your family? Many authorities have responded along the same lines as Councillor Quinn D'Amigo of the Aaron Marahan system. I would like to assure citizens that the Thargoid worshippers, while strange, are essentially harmless. Furthermore, criminal acts against them, including incitement to violence, may result in prosecution. The right to freedom of religion is protected by law in all systems where the sect has a presence. Starport status update. This report presents the latest data on Starport's experiencing
Frameshift drive charging.
issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. Tashalui Enterprise, TN. Goof Dog, Azrael. Hansen Platform, Djimavi. Ket
4, 3, 2, 1.
Envision, NLTT 14879. Cube Mugdal Enterprise, Kakas. Rennie Hub, Yorua. Singer Orbital, Mansia. Stable Survey, Cerno. Thomas Claim, Talon. Vauculus Vision, Veroclist. Walker Port, hit 14886. The following
Frameshift drive charging.
ports continue to experience technical issues. Sturkau Port, SPOCS 253. The following starports are on the brink of closure. Arend Dock, hit 178.
4, 3, 2, 1.
38. Gary Gateway, Tasheka. Gentle Survey, Jolagro. Gordon City, Anagori. Morgan Port, Kuanyin. Morton's Paradise, Desi. Colonia Scientific Installation Project. Scientists in Colonia have announced plans to build a scientific outpost in the system to monitor the region's population and resources.
Frameshift drive charging.
Sir Alexei de la Vega, who is heading the project, published this statement. Our recent study into the region's population increase has revealed alarming statistics. If Colonia's population continues to increase...
4, 3, 2, 1.
At the current rate, it could lead to a serious depletion of resources at some point in the future. Monitoring infrastructure, terraforming, logistics and other issues will require the construction of a dedicated center for resource management. This will allow us to study the aggregated data and formulate a structured solution to avoid potential problems. The campaign is being run by Tier Technology Services, one of Colonia's partner organizations, which has asked pilots to deliver commodities to Bolden's Enterprise.
Frameshift drive charging.
The Tier system. The campaign begins on the 28th of June 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Aegis installation operation complete. The operation to support construction of an Aegis military facility in the Pleiades sector, IRW, D155 has reached a successful conclusion. Hundreds of pilots supported the initiative by delivering mined resources to the Oracle, and by protecting traders in the system. An Aegis spokesperson made the following statement.
Cannot comply. Cannot comply.
Every pilot who
cannot comply.
contributed
Frameshift
to this
drive
operation
charging.
should feel a great deal of pride in what they've achieved. The construction of this military installation will allow us to more effectively resist external aggression. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from
4, 3, 2, 1.
the Oracle in the Pleiades sector, IRW, D155. Restoring order in Fusang. Security forces in the Fusang system reporting that criminal organizations in the area are executing more frequent and audacious raids on civilian traffic. Wing Commander Horatio Montana Fusang Security had this to say: "Our resources are stretched with the Thargoid threat, and a certain criminal element has taken advantage, increasing their presence in the system and attacking trade convoys. While our forces are continuing to maintain order, The need to defend the system from external threats has had an impact on our overall effectiveness. With the help of Blue Creative Company, we hope to curb this sudden increase in crime, and continue to concentrate our resources on combating the alien insurrection. To counter this threat, the Blue Creative Company has placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, and has promised to reward pilots who deliver bounty vouchers to ACUS Orbital. The campaign begins on the 28th of June 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. Thargoid assault on the Dekiat system. An emergency report from Aegis confirms that the Thargoids have returned to the core systems with an incursion into the Dekiat system. Admiral Aiden Tanner, Aegis's chief military liaison, delivered this statement. Following the Thargoids' retreat, all evidence suggested that their surface sites had become dormant. But new data from our Eagle Eye network shows that they have surged back to life, and that the star maps inside these structures are now pinpointing the Dekiat system. It seems this was only a brief respite while they summoned reinforcements from the Pleiades. Latest intelligence indicates that Thargoid vessels are now congregating in large numbers in Dekiat space. This is an alarming development for the Garay Terminal starport, which is on alert. There are also several megaships active in the region, which are potential targets for the Thargoids. On behalf
Recon Alpha Lima Delta, submit a docking request before attempting to land at this federal station. Okay, Commander,
Aegis,
proceed
I am
to
calling on
landing
all
pad
members of the
25.
galactic community
Automated docking confirmed.
for assistance in defending Dekiat. Without the aid of independent pilots, all assets in the system could be overwhelmed, with the loss of thousands of lives. Appended to the Aegis report was the following transmission from an unnamed commander operating in the Dekiat system. I've just been attacked by something. Thargoid for sure, but my computer couldn't identify it. Some new kind of scout, maybe? The remainder of the transmission was unavailable. Aegis reduces tech broker requirements. Aegis has announced that it will allow technology brokers to reduce their requirements for producing items, in order to increase overall combat effectiveness against the Thargoids. Henrik de la Cerda, a senior engineer at Aegis Research, clarified this development. Aegis is aware that the
Landing gear deployed.
galactic community has worked incredibly hard to oppose the Thargoids in the core systems. To show our appreciation, we are making it easier for independent pilots to obtain advanced weaponry and hardware. We have contacted all registered technology brokers and supplied them with additional funding, resources and manufacturing equipment. As a result, they now need fewer commodities and materials from those purchasing their designs. Our hope is that
Landing completed. Power down systems.
by helping pilots to upgrade their ships, we can enhance their survivability and encourage more commanders to join the fight against the Thargoids. Alliance Inspector killed by the League of Reparation. Chief Inspector Kay Kilbride has been murdered by terrorist organization the League of Reparation, along with 4 other agents of Alliance Interpol. The incident took place in the city of New Rossif, on Turnus World. A spokesperson for Interpol released a brief report. Chief Inspector Kilbride was acting on information that a League cell was operating from an abandoned foundry complex in New Rossif. She led an assault team with the intention of capturing the terrorists. Preliminary forensics suggest that the entire complex was rigged with concealed explosives. Kilbride and 4 of her colleagues were killed instantly, with 7 others injured. Kilbride was one of 3 founding members of the Tri-Superpower Task Force investigating the League of Reparation. The other 2, Captain Niam Sutonia and Senior Agent Tanya Ramirez, made a rare joint statement on behalf of the Imperial Internal Security Service and the Federal Intelligence Agency. This is a sad day. We have lost one of our greatest champions in the fight against terrorism. It's clear that the Chief Inspector was personally targeted with misinformation designed to lure her into a trap, an act of retaliation for her recent successes against the League. Although we mourn the loss of Inspector Kilbride, our work continues. Alliance Interpol has assigned Deputy Inspector Mara Klatt to assume the role of Task Force Liaison. We look forward to working with her to eliminate this fanatical organization. Deputy Inspector Klatt was unavailable for comment. Galaxy reacts to Federal Imperial betrothal. There has been a range of reactions to news that Princess Aisling Duval and Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester are to be married. A congratulatory message was sent from the Imperial Palace, but there has been no personal comment from Emperor Arissa Lavigny Duval. News agencies on Capitol have reported rumors that the proposed marriage was not discussed with the Imperial family, and that the Emperor did not consent to the princess's engagement. Senator Zemina Torval offered a more definite statement of disapproval. This is an attention-seeking move from the princess, and a dangerous one. It is beyond her remit to impact imperial policy in this manner. Allowing her to harbor romantic fantasies is one thing, but the Empire cannot countenance such a reckless political maneuver. Senator Caspian Leopold, who until recently was rumored to be courting Aisling Duval, was more. Many senators, patrons and citizens are delighted by the news. I've been privileged to witness Princess Aisling and Ambassador Rochester's company, and they make a charming and affectionate couple. I wish them both all the happiness in the galaxy. There was no response from President Zachary Hudson, suggesting that the engagement was as unexpected to the Federation as to the Empire. But a statement from
Docking coupler disengaged. Regulate speed until clear of exclusion.
Rochester. I support my son's relationship with Her Imperial Highness, and I consider this a positive step for all parties. The potential benefits of stronger ties between the Empire and the Federation are incalculable, particularly in the areas of trade and defense. Many of us in Congress hope that this happy event spearheads a new era of cooperation. Reactions from independent systems have ranged from joy to outrage. The only official response from the Alliance came from a spokesperson for the Office of Prime Minister Edmund Mahone, who said, "The Alliance offers cordial congratulations to the couple."
Caution. Heavy traffic ahead.
Although it remains to be seen if their intentions become a reality. Week in review. Here are this week's major stories. Aegis has confirmed that the Thargoid presence in the core systems has been significantly diminished, due largely to the efforts of the galactic community. Although the Thargoids remain entrenched in the Pleiades, their forces in the core systems have been pushed back to the Bard system, their initial beachhead. In related news, Aegis has confirmed that 3 starports attacked and damaged by Thargoid forces have now been restored to full functionality, following supportive efforts from the galactic community. The pertinent starports are Armstrong Enterprise, in the Bard system, Bufoi Vision, in the Norni system, and Reed's Rest, in the Merope system. In other news, Princess Aisling Duval has announced that she is to wed Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester. Both Princess Duval and Mr. Rochester expressed hope that their marriage would strengthen ties between the Empire and the Federation. There has been no official comment from the Imperial Palace or the White House on the engagement. A homicide attempt by terrorist organization the League of Reparation has been foiled, and the would-be killers taken into custody.
All clear. Watch your 6, Commander.
Kay Kilbride of Alliance Interpol confirmed that the captives had been transported to a secure facility for interrogation, with a view to
Frameshift drive charging.
establishing the identity of Nexus, the League's apparent coordinator. Meanwhile, renowned billionaire Zachary Rackham, owner of Rackham Capital Investments, has made a sizable charitable donation to build
4, 3, 2, 1.
new shipyards in the Colonia region. Every planetary port in the region, bar Colonia Hub, will soon be able to offer pilots a full range of services. Aegis has announced plans to build a military installation in the Pleiades. An Aegis spokesperson confirmed that the development was a response to the recent occupation of the Socho system, headquarters of Aegis Corps, by a hostile criminal element.
Frameshift drive charging.
Aegis Research has placed an open order for mined resources for use in the construction. Finally, Senator Caspian Leopold has announced that his appeal for commodities has been enthusiastically received by the galactic community.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The materials will be used to build a rehabilitation center for those affected by war. And those are the main stories this week. Aisling Duval announces marriage to Federal Ambassador. Princess Aisling Duval has made an unexpected announcement regarding her relationship with Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester. At a press conference in her palace on Emerald, the princess looked radiant as she addressed the media. It's no secret that Jordan and I grew close during his official visit. The time has come to let you know that we are to be husband and wife. I'm aware that some will see this as unorthodox, even controversial, but love knows no borders. It's our wish that our marriage will build lasting bridges between the Empire and the Federation. A statement from Ambassador Rochester appeared in a special edition of the Federal Times. Representing the Federation has been my life's work, but meeting Her Highness, Aisling made me realize that being by her side means even more. We hope that our betrothal will usher in a new era of cooperation between the two superpowers. Among the media reactions was this from entertainment journalist Solomon Helios. I've been reporting on Princess Duval's romantic life for a while now, and even I didn't see this coming. Can Aisling really pull this off? Could a Federation gentleman actually marry into the Imperial family? Will Emperor Lavigny Duval and President Hudson share a dance at the wedding, or will they step in to prevent this union from taking place? The galaxy might never be the same again. As yet there has been no official comment from the Imperial Palace or the White House. Initiative complete. Senator Caspian Leopold has announced that his appeal for commodities, in association with Niflhel Corp.
Lakon, Alpha, Lima, Delta. Federal Flight Control Channel open. Observe docking protocols if you wish to land.
Has been enthusiastically received by the galactic community.
Automated docking assist is now in progress.
Hundreds of pilots supported the initiative by delivering commodities to Biruni Port, and by protecting traders in the Niflhel system. A spokesperson for Senator Leopold made the following statement. Thanks to the work of many brave pilots, we can now begin construction of a rehabilitation center that will keep innocent families safe from the ravages of war. Senator Leopold hopes that this is just the beginning, and that through further acts of philanthropy he might help spread peace throughout the galaxy. Pilots
5,000 meters from touchdown.
Contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from Biruni Port in the Niflhel system. Aegis Installation Campaign. Aegis has announced plans to build a military installation in the Pleiades sector, IRW, D155. An Aegis spokesperson gave the following statement to the media. After the recent occupation of Socho by a hostile criminal element, it is imperative that Aegis bolster its holdings in the Pleiades sector, IRW, D155.
Caution. Observe local speed limit.
Construction of a military installation will allow us to continue our fight against the Thargoids unhindered by external forces. Aegis Research has placed an open order for mined resources, promising to reward pilots who
Scan detected.
deliver these to the Oracle, in the Pleiades sector, IRW, D155. The organization has also placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, to ensure those contributing commodities to the campaign can do so
Landing gear deployed.
safely. The campaign begins on the 21st of June 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately.
Landing complete. Ship is locked down.
Starports recover from Thargoid strikes. 3 starports attacked and damaged by Thargoid forces have now been restored to full functionality. Carter Armstrong, Chief Administrator with Aegis Corps, told the press. When we requested help to repair Thargoid-hit starports, we hoped the galactic community would be generous, but they exceeded our expectations. A colossal influx of materials has enabled us to repair 2 stations in the core systems in record time. I'm pleased to announce that Armstrong Enterprise in the Baal system, and Bofoi Vision, in the Norni system are now open for business. Keeping these starports operable allows us to honor those who lost their lives in the Thargoid attacks. Enormous thanks to everyone who participated. Senior Engineer Lilith Galloway of Aegis Research, who coordinated a parallel project, released a similar statement. Here in the Pleiades, survival is never guaranteed. But Reed's rest in Merope has endured, thanks to the galactic community's incredible support. This is what we do when things get tough. We rebuild and come back stronger. All 3 starports are now fully operational and providing a range of services. Thargoids repelled from core systems. Aegis has confirmed that the Thargoids' presence in the core systems has been significantly diminished, due largely to the efforts of the galactic community. Admiral Aidan Tanner, Chief Military Liaison with Aegis, made this statement. This is a very positive development. Using data from our Eagle Eye network, courageous members of the galactic community have formed a barrier of steel and fire, preventing Thargoid vessels from encroaching further. In doing so, they have prevented several starports from being attacked, saving many thousands of lives. Furthermore, in many regions the Thargoid incursion has actually been reversed. Although they remain entrenched within the Pleiades, their forces in the core systems system.
Access corridor is clear.
Aegis offers its sincere thanks and congratulations to every one of the commanders who risked their lives by meeting our enemy in battle. These audacious pilots have proved that humanity's spirit is far from broken. Victory against the Thargoids will be hard won, but I am in no doubt that with defenders of this caliber, it will one day be achieved. League of Reparation agents apprehended. A homicide attempt by terrorist organization the League of Reparation has been foiled, and the would-be killers taken into custody. The arrests were made by Chief Inspector Kay Kilbride of Alliance Interpol, who is part of the United Task Force investigating the League. She released this statement. I am pleased to confirm that the latest assassination attempt by the League of Reparation has been prevented, and that we have apprehended several of the group's members. The operation involved revealing the location of Wandina Law, a descendant of INRA employee Tristan Law. We anticipated that the League would follow its modus operandi and attempt.
Way ahead is clear. Safe travels, Commander.
Eliminate Miss Law, so with her cooperation we placed task force agents at her home. Fortunately, they were able to overpower the terrorists. The captives have been transported to a secure
4, 3, 2, 1.
facility for interrogation. Our primary aim is to establish the identity of Nexus, the entity that provides the organization's members with their instructions. I have already conducted preliminary questioning of the prisoners and have acquired some significant facts. I'm confident that this is the beginning of the end for the League of Reparation, and that the task force's efforts will soon pay off.
Cannot comply. Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
Starport status update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. The following starports are on the brink of closure.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Investor funds Colonia shipyards. Renowned billionaire Zachary Rackham, owner of Rackham Capital, charitable donation to build new shipyards in the Colonia region. Mr. Rackham, known in some circles as Calico Zach, made this statement. If there's one thing I remember from flying around the galaxy in a second-hand
Frameshift drive charging.
Sidewinder, with a leaky life support module, and only 50 credits in my pocket, it's the thrill of exploration. And Colonia is the embodiment of that spirit, the farthest flung outpost of civilization.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's why I want to support it by funding the development of new shipyards. Every planetary port in the region, bar Colonia Hub, will soon be able to offer pilots the support services they need. It's our way of celebrating a youthful
Incoming mission critical message.
poverty and danger by giving a boost to the next generation of explorers. Brianna Blanco, a financial journalist for the Federal Times, also published a statement. Obviously this is tremendous news for Colonia and all those operating within the region. The timing of Rackham's donation is curious, however, coming as it does shortly before a company-wide audit. Having such a colossal sum placed beyond the reach of tax officials will certainly help that old pirate and his crew.
Incoming mission critical message.
Accountants, sleep better at night.
mission critical message. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Orbital flight engaged. Incoming mission critical message. Incoming mission critical message.
Lakon, Alpha Lima Delta. Federal Flight Control Channel open. Be aware, weapon fire restrictions are in operation at this terrestrial facility. Landing authorized. Vector for approach to landing pad 08. Clear for automated approach vectoring.
Landing gear deployed.
Descent to flight level 300.
Alright. Well, I should be coming back now. Both microphone, audio, and gameplay are being broadcast, so... Or not? Okay, this... Oh, yeah, yep, okay, yep, screen's back on, cool. So, hello Internet, hello YouTube, thank you for joining me on this one. It's going to be a bit funny on this one. Hello Buffy Summers, what is going on there, lady? What's going on there, lovely lady?
Incoming message.
Yeah, gonna make the incoming messages that always come through,
Incoming message.
Oh, another incoming message. Yes, I know who it is. How are you, Steph? Loving you too. So that's that one. Okay, cool. That's all that one. Oh. Okay. By the way, I've got Leia actually in front of the. I've got Leia on Messenger in front of my YouTube, so I'm chatting with Leia, chatting with you. She's like, and she's whispering very naughty things in my ear. By the way. You two do.
Ship released. Clear for departure.
Oh, shush with your jealousy, woman. Talking to Leia, not you, Buffy. Talking to Leia.
Scan detected.
Yeah, it's all good.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, it's good.
4,
Let's go flying.
2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I think I like doing that one because this is the only way I can actually talk to the viewers is by they have to type onto the YouTube. So
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I like getting I like getting comments and getting to chat with people. Like, I don't game. What's that?
Cannot comply. Cannot comply. Frameshift drive.
Yes, now you do. Thanks to Leia, you know that I enjoy a good stream every now and then.
Frameshift drive charging.
That little star is
4, 3,
go on. Here we go. Yeah, that would be good if we can do that. Oh, by the way, for anyone else who's going to be watching this stream later on, go to the Facebook page Buffy Summers Vampire Slayer. Obviously, Buffy down here in the we'll put it up on the. We'll give you the Facebook address and page for it right there. So thank you so much for doing it. Yes, come in and enjoy Buffy and I with our Buffy memes and photos and storylines and polls and whatever else we can think of that goes through our Whedonite skulls. So thank you for that. Alright, let's get back to the game.
Orbital flight engaged.
Flight Control. Request docking if you wish to land at this terrestrial facility.
Oh, that sort of sucks.
Landing authorized. Vectoring for approach to landing
Oh,
pad
well.
10. Docking assist enabled. Approach is clear.
Alright, so I'm going to put the microphone down for a bit. Why? Because I have to put my phone on the charge. Yes, Leia, you're going on the charge, my love.
Scout detected. Landing gear deployed.
Descend to flight level 300.
Alright, Steph, can you message Leia and tell her she's on the charge?
Contact ship secured. This facility is on high alert, Commander. Security level Alpha is in effect.
Not at all. So yeah, I've got to put the phone back on the charge. I tried to tell her she's on the charge. Leia, you're on the charge. Didn't get any answer. Alright, cool. I'm guessing she's not happy about it.
Ship detach complete. Clear to leave controlled airspace.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
What is that? Nope, she's not happy, or nope, she's...
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, well, Leia, I don't know if you're still watching, babe, just type on YouTube. No way we can chat on you. No way we can talk some more.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean, he wants to week the other week. He wants to get back to you. No, I mean that's. Well, unless that's the excuse I'm thinking of that he could use. I don't know.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
I guess is if he wants the week to go by quickly, he wants to get back to you, so that's a good thing, I think. And yes, apparently I'm handing out love advice while playing video games. Alright, let's go. Oh, okay, well, I'll be sure to wish him a happy birthday.
Cannot comply. Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright. Yeah, no, I mean nothing by it, Steph. No, I mean nothing by it, Buff, eh?
Incoming mission critical message.
Well, you can't hear it. Well, how can you not hear me? Seems a bit strange. Oh, time bonus. 2 hours, 44 minutes to get there, and you get an extra 15 grand. Okay. Well, turn the volume up. Well, obviously she would have turned the volume up. I don't know why I said that one. That's just an idiotic thing. But yeah, why don't... I laugh because I love, okay, girls? Alright? Aww. Oh, that's great. I'll speak out loud, and Leia can, and then Buffy, you can translate for for Leia, and then yeah. Well, so do I. And like I said, you know, and should be able to work. Shit. Get back in there. Come on, here we go. Yes. Beautiful escape there. Yeah, I'll say something and then you type it out so she can read it. Oh boy. I don't know. Alright, well, hang on. Buffy and Leia, you're both subscribed to me, right? You're both subscribed? Right, so subscribe to me, hit the bell so you get the notifications that I am live. I'm gonna land the ship. I'll end this broadcast. I'll do another... I'll go live on YouTube again, that way you'll get the notification, and it should work that time, hopefully. So yeah, let me just land the ship. And I'll, yeah, I'll go back on. What do you mean you haven't subbed? Come on, Buff, hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. Yeah, you know you want to get all my latest videos.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah, thank you for hitting this. Thank you for hitting that sub. Sorry, stretching.
Lakon, Alpha Lima Delta. You have entered Imperial Sovereign Territory. Please approach at a safe speed and comply with station regulations. Access permitted. Plot route for approach to landing pad 07. Use of automated docking computer permitted. You are clear to hand over control.
Oh, now you can hear me? Alright, cool. Okay, so I don't have to reset the broadcast. Oh, we got 3 people watching. Who's that third person watching? That third person, no, I've got Buffy and I've got Leia. Who's that third person? Oh, no, not anymore. The third person was gone. Left before he could give me a shout out. Oh well.
Scan detected.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
Landing gear deployed.
Yes, having to make do with the... Now I've somehow made my way into Imperial space. I'm quite happy with that. That's... I'm sure you were.
Touchdown confirmed. You may alight when ready. We trust this port will serve you well, Commander.
There we go, we got a third person coming over here, joining the stream. Who's that third person coming in? By the way, we know I've got Buffy and I know I've got Leia. Who's that third person coming in? I don't know, hence why I'm asking him to, you know, type in. Give us a good hello message. Or not. Okay. Yeah, it goes from 2 to 3 to 2 to 3 to 2 to 3. I said, I'm hoping to get, you know, a lot of comments too. Obviously, which is good for, you know, you, me, and Buffy. Me, Buffy, and Leia. We can rack up the comment queue. Certainly. Yeah, well, there is the fact that I do know the two of you, and that sort of helps with you know, getting a good amount of comments on that one too. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yes, I know we've been... I know it does help that we've been best friends for 7 years. Oh, actually, I wonder if you can share this... Share the YouTube link onto our Facebook page. wonder if we'll be able to share this onto our page and see if we can see how many other gamers are in our group. Because this is how I can do a Buffy Q&A, is by live streaming. I can get some subscribers. It works all around. I'm happy.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, we can always try it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Frameshift drive charging.
So yeah, maybe you can share it on the page and just say I'm doing a... Yeah, go on the page and just say I'm doing a live Buffy Q&A while playing a video game. Twilight Princess, what the hell?
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. I thought I want one for Zelda. Never got into it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, you two have a good chat then. I'll just be here playing games, you two can chat.
4, 3, 2, 1. Frameshift drive charging.
Good to know you love Twilight Princess, that always works. The Legend of Zelda is life and... Oh, good grief. Why am I advertising another video game while I'm playing Elite Dangerous?
Warning, temperature critical.
Grief. Yeah, that explains it. That explains why I'm letting you lot advertise Legend of Zelda. GameCube and we are we're even advertising other gaming consoles. Advertising other gaming consoles on a PS4. Great. Oh God, Sony, don't shoot me. Oh boy. Alright, you two have a good chat, alright? Throw on as many advertisements as you can. God. Great game, yeah. So it's let's advertise other games during Elite Dangerous. Let's have fun. Oh no, Wii games. Well, let's not. Can we not advertise Nintendo on a Sony? Please. Oh boy. Oh, beautiful. All right, cool. I bring in the fact it could be a Buffy Q&A if you want. You know what I mean? We could make this a Buffy Q&A. Alright, let's see how many people will come across to watch and have a live Q&A. Actually, this is what I should do tomorrow sometime. Like, I'll message you when I'm about to, you know, go live, and wait till we get a good audience before I start playing, and then we can do a Q&A and stuff like that. Oops, on the other side of the planet. Yes, you and Leia can talk about Nintendo.
Orbital flight engaged. Hull integrity compromised.
Yeah. Let's go. This is a better time. I actually do have a little big planet on at my place, not down here at the moment, but yeah, back at my place I've got a little big planet. Very enjoyable to play, actually. Oh, good grief. So yeah, there you go. My girlfriend and my best friend both play bloody Nintendo. God knows how that worked out for me, but yeah, there you go, it did. I think I have Little Big Planet 3, I think. I can't rightly remember. I've got to wait till I get back home before I can, before I can see it. But yeah, I think it is either Little Big Planet 2 or 3, so... Yeah, it is actually. It's sort of... eh. It takes a... Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed having fun with it, so...
Lakon Alpha Lima Delta. Federal Flight Control Channel open. Be aware, weapon fire restrictions are in operation at this terrestrial facility.
Yep, there you go. Want to be careful with that. Weapons fire restrictions. Ah.
Request approved. You are clear for approach to pad 09er.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do that when I head back upstairs. Oh, we got a third person coming in. Hello, third person. Where are you from? Third person watching.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
Oh no, I've managed to switch it out from being on the phone to play. I can't link it to the page. Oh, that sucks. Well, so we're sort of hoping that we could do that, but no. Well. Ah. It's a bit rough.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship detach complete. Clear to leave controlled airspace. You are clear of the port. FFC out.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, there he is. Oh man.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Yeah. Yes, he does. Aww. It's good. Me, me and Buffy just going, aww. Yeah, he will, babe. Don't worry. No, I didn't see the link. Was it on Messenger? Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, the what was it? The cereal. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, it was great.
Lakon Alpha Lima Delta. Federal Flight Control Channel open. Observe docking protocols if you wish to land. Request approved. Proceed to landing pad 02. Clear for automated approach vectoring. Touchdown.
Scan detected.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just, oh, yeah, you know.
Gear deployed.
Touchdown. Engines disengaged.
No, it's all good now. Oh, and there's just my girlfriend and my best friend having a chat.
Ship restraints retracted. Clear for departure.
Now, why'd you have to talk Nintendo? Damn it. Oh, God. Dude, Nintendo better give me a shitload of money. Nintendo had better give me a shitload of money.
Navigation. Have a safe flight, Commander.
Good grief, I need... I'm meant to be extolling the virtues of PlayStation here, Leia and Buffy. We're meant to be extolling the virtues of PlayStation. We're sharing on a PlayStation video. We're doing PlayStation Network, and yet we're advertising Nintendo. Don't know why, but we are. Oh boy.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Okay. God damn it. Oh, man.
Frameshift drive charging.
No, do play PlayStation. I highly recommend PlayStation to everyone watching this video and everyone who will be watching this video in the future. Please do play PlayStation. Do not pay attention to my girlfriend or my best friend. They're trolling me.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, God. Herb Skirplunk. What the hell was that?
Four, three, two.
Hip skip link? No idea. Anyway.
Frameshift
Ah,
drive
okay.
charging.
Oh god, now you're advertising other streamers while I stream? Am I just a conduit for all these people?
Warning, temperature critical.
Okay, but still. No. Yeah, so apparently I'm just a conduit to let for other people to advertise their advertise their streaming videos and what have you. Okay. Yeah, that's me 3. Yeesh. The SNES, the Dreamcast and the 64. Jeez. How'd you manage to survive?
Lakon Alpha Lima Delta, observe docking reservation protocols. Submit a request before landing. Landing permission granted. Proceed to landing pad 10. Cleared for automated approach vectoring. Approach vector is good.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
Contact. Engines disengaged.
passage.
Reduce your speed inside the docking bay.
Well, actually, I am going to stop broadcasting here. So I've got to go and get some tobacco. Come on. So I'm going to stop streaming. I'm going to go and get some tobacco. Leia, you will be joining me on my phone on the way down, so don't worry about that. So, save and exit to main menu. Quit to the main menu, yes. Thank you for joining me on the stream, both Buffy and Leia. I'm giving you love. I'm giving you a lot of love. Alright, I'm out. Thank you for joining and giggling and sharing and caring and advertising other streamers and other consoles and other games and anyway, thank you so much. Alright, see you guys.